This is Abe Friedtanzer from Awards Buzz. Very excited to be speaking with Jack Huston and Michael Pitt. How are you both doing today?
Very good. How are you?
Good, good. Can you tell me, Jack, about the origin of this story for you?
I mean, the origin started when we worked together, I'd imagine. You've got to take it all the way back. We worked together on Boardwalk Empire, and that was where our relationship and our friendship was forged. I had the great luck of getting to work opposite Michael as an actor and realizing just the innate talent that exists behind his eyes. And, it's he always pushed me further and strove to make me better and was always the best himself. But it's when the idea came to me and I remembered those moments of him punching a sandbag in between takes and all the rest of it, there was nobody but Michael to play Irish Mike, hence the name. I wrote with his voice in my head, but it's funny. It's that idea. To me, I always say the film doesn't really exist without him. You had to have that perfect mix of the harder, the harsher, the sort of the exterior of a life lived of somebody who has, really been there and done that, but the eyes still hold such vulnerability and such kindness and sensitivity and pathos, and very few actors can convey both, and that was Irish Mike. So
Michael,
I
it's
paid
clear.
him to say that.
I was going to say it's clear why he thought you were right for the role. What did you see in it that you related to?
About the role. The
Yes.
role it was a dream. It was a dream role. It was a dream script. I mean, maybe something I could say. Well, uh, Jack made an environment where I was able to perform. I mean, it has everything to do with him. And this film has, it's called Day of the Fight. It should be called
Fight of the Day.
Fighting for this film.
Fighting for this film.
And I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, it's a miracle that this film was made. It's a miracle that this film was made in black and white. It's a miracle that I was cast in this film. It's a miracle that Joe Pesci, Ron Perlman, Steve Buscemi are in it. It's been a fight every day, and I've seen my dear friend fight every day, and every time he was knocked down, he got up and kept on fighting, and it hasn't stopped. And I hope people respond to it, because I think it's an important film, and it was made with love,
Yeah.
and they're becoming more rare
Yeah.
now.
Always interesting to see when an actor steps behind the camera. And I'm curious, Jack, who some of your influences were as far as directors and, classic films.
I mean, I've had the absolute grace of God to work with some of my absolute heroes, and witness they're very different approaches, but there was always a similarity, in that they, as Michael just touched upon, they always seemed to be students of film. They never lost the love, that they always loved what they were making. They were always excited by what they were making. And I think it's sort of words to live by, because if you're not madly in love with what you're doing and what you're making, and every one of your actors and everybody behind the camera and your script and your DP and whoever it is and whatever it is, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take 20 years off your life. You're going to not see your family. You're not going to see your kids for moments. You're going to have sleepless nights. Blood, sweat, and tears don't even come close to what you're going to do. But guess what? I wouldn't change a goddamn thing, and I'd do it all over again, because I loved it so bloody much. And this is a film about feeling something, it's a human story, it's an adult story, it's about a character. So I wanted to make a film that inspired me to want to become a filmmaker. Those films that came before it. It's homage to that as much as it is a present film and a commercial film. But we live in quite a cynical time, and people aren't being given the opportunity to go to the cinema and experience a film that makes you feel something. And I think that's a tragedy, because that was the root of all inspiration for me, and it's what made me want to be a filmmaker, be in front of the camera, behind the camera. So I think a long list of people I have to thank for getting us here, but more than anything, man, just the love of it, for love of the game.
And Michael, do you feel that being directed by someone who's very experienced as an actor helps guide your performance?
I I haven't felt that I haven't felt that I could just be an actor in a very long time, and that's what Jack allowed me to do. And we worked together as actors, but I guess because of his knowledge of the history of cinema and mine, we respected each other's positions. I mean, he was the director and I was the actor, and he let me be the actor, and I let him be the director. And we didn't.
Not once. It was beautiful.
And
It's a trust thing.
It was really refreshing.
It really
to,
is.
You know, because the lines are being blurred. Of, you know, now you do a film and the editor's a producer, the actor's a writer, or it was just really refreshing. And it was a dream. It was a dream.
That's a trust thing, you know. It's like Michael said, I think the confidence is also in the casting. The best part about writing a script and getting your dream actor is that you get to give them the role and say, it's yours now. You own that. I'm not here to say no. I'm here to sort of say, yes, let's collaborate. Let's make art. Let's elevate. Take the words. I'm not going to stop you. If you want to go this way or that way, if it's wrong or it doesn't feel right, we'll both know it. It's like music. It's like we know when we hit a wrong note, and we all hear it. And I'm there just to guide or coax back and to look at the overarching story and to be that, which is very important. But I think one of the beautiful things, and Michael says best, is as directors, it's as much as what you don't say and than what you do say. Sometimes, standing back and letting the thoroughbred run the race is one of the best pieces of direction you can give.
The chances that you've had to see the film with audiences, have you received any surprising or memorable reactions?
A lot of tears.
A lot of tears.
A lot of tears.
A lot of people have been moved, and
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah, I think I love when you go to the cinema and you are moved and you leave remembering every piece. Remember this, remember that. And you wake up in the morning, you remember that, remember that, remember that, remember that. And I always think that, it's the wrong thing to say these days that I go to the movies to forget. I don't want to forget. I want to be inspired. I want to remember everything. So it's sort of our job. I want to coax it out of you. I want to take away the cynicism. I want us to allow ourselves to feel, because I think there's beauty in that, and the real human aspect, the relationships. We wanted to make something relatable for an audience because there's something in it for everybody, be it your father, be it your ex-wife, your daughter, and a complete stranger, your mentor, your best friend. Everybody, what would you do on your last day? What would you do? What would you do? Who would you speak to? What would you say? I like that question. And I think a lot of people leave the theater and they've said to me, you know what, I'm going to call my dad.
Yeah.
And that's happened a lot.
Yeah.
Your film made me want to make that difficult phone call, or, repair that difficult relationship, or maybe just say sorry.
Nice. Well, I wish you plenty of luck with the rollout of the film. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
brother.
you very
Thank
much.